Joining us now to discuss the partnership is our own Jim Cramer, along with Dario Amodei, Anthropic CEO and co-founder, and Mark Benioff, chair and CEO of Salesforce. Jim, take it away.
Gentlemen, couldn't have really a more exciting combination. This is terrific, and I want to thank you both for being with us. Mark, I'm going to go right to you.
Yeah, we're thrilled to be here.
We're thrilled to be here, Jim.
Thanks for having us, Jim.
All right. Well, it's great to have Dario. I've not interviewed before. This is very exciting for me.
We're at the top of Salesforce
It's great
Tower.
to meet you, Jim.
Thank you. And I look forward to talking to you more, maybe next week.
One thing I gotta say, Dario has been humbled a little bit. You know, this guy will go on, TV and start saying, oh, everybody's going to lose their job. Nobody's going to get a job. And Claude is going to, replace everything. And, he has been humbled, showing up along with, Mark Benioff here. And believe me, I think this was an idea by Mark Benioff. Mark Benioff is a sales guy. All he's thinking about is sales, how he can spin things and look good in front of investors. So, and Dario basically didn't have a choice. Their company is going public. They are aiming to raise $100 billion at a $2 trillion valuation. Man, if that much money is involved, you have to do anything and everything to make sure it happens. So that's why we are here.
Dreamforce, I don't know. I want to start with Mark. Mark, I've been a customer of Salesforce for a long time. All I can tell you is that I always thought I knew how to query Salesforce. Why do I need Anthropic to help me query Salesforce?
But Jim, this is really the best of both worlds. This is the number one AI in the world, Anthropic, and the number one CRM, Salesforce, coming together for the first time in an incredibly powerful way to build a new product called Claudeforce. And you're right, Jim. Claudeforce gives you the ability to look at all of your Salesforce data, all of your data systems, all of your applications and what we call our semantic layers, all of our agents as well, and even building incredible new applications on top of this kind of stack. This idea that you can use Claudeforce to not only query your systems, but build applications dynamically, it's really a first in the industry, Jim. We've never seen anything like it. It's completely exciting. I think that this is the way all enterprise systems are going to run in the future.
All right, so Dario, I think that the combination is terrific, but I also know when I go to my Agentforce page, I see OpenAI's there. I don't know how exclusive this is. I don't know what you get out of it. Tell me how this distinguishes you from other LLM models and why this is so exciting for you.
Well, look, our view is that Claude is the best model for integrating complex amounts of information. We've been using Salesforce and Claude within Anthropic. We're huge Salesforce customers, and as you can imagine, the pace of things at Anthropic is incredible, and we have to both manage individual accounts and.
Hey, by the way, the reason why my face is not showing is because I haven't set up that yet. So this is my first stream, so forgive me. I'll set it up in the next stream.
And we have to answer all these incredible strategic questions that change every time a new model and a new product comes out. And we've found that this combination product that we've built together is the most useful thing in accelerating it. Within Anthropic, for a long time, we've been accelerating the research teams within Claude. But this is the first time that we've really been able to incredibly accelerate our go-to-market efforts within Claude. And we want that for all the other enterprises. And me and Mark want to bring it together to everyone.
Oh, look, we see the numbers. We also see the tape underneath you. Salesforce, fantastic numbers. But I do want to of which we thought that you were going to destroy Mark. I know Mark has a big investment in you, but I was waiting for you to put him out of business. What do you think about the SaaSpocalypse thesis?
We're not in.
Before we even get into the SaaSpocalypse thing that Jimmy is asking here, Salesforce, I think, has 3%, owns 3% of Anthropic or something like that, or has invested $300 million. I don't remember exactly the share that they own. Probably they are diluted by now, but they have invested some money in there.
Interest in destroying anyone. We think of this as a very positive sum thing, right?
So it's funny that he's saying it like this now, afterwards, where he has realized that, just having an LLM or an AI model is not enough to disrupt, incumbents. And now he has to partner with the system of records. I don't know. I just see it like it's fascinating, right? Like, this guy was like overconfident, not just about 6 months ago, he was like overconfident he was going to destroy all his companies. Salesforce lost a lot of value due to his rhetoric. And now, like, look at how Mark is looking at him, man.
That's the way markets work. We're creating new value here. And the question is just, it's not about destroying anyone. It's about how much of these enormous gains go to various people and various companies. And our philosophy always has been that we want to work with our customers. We want to empower our customers to share these gains with us.
Oh man, like, Mark is like, yeah, come to Papa. Yes, come to Papa. That's what it feels like right now. He's like, come to Papa, Oh, this is hilarious. Look at the way Mark is looking at him like this little kid,
And so we've already worked with Salesforce in a number of ways. We're big users of Salesforce. Salesforce is big users of Claude Code, of Cowork, of other tools. We've put products like Claude Tag in Slack already, which is...
And this was the point where I noticed that they were coming into realization that they were not going to dominate these industries, but they were going to enhance them. And, there are a couple of things to look at, right? System of records. You don't want to build a system of record because we already have that, right? The data has to go in somehow, and it has to be accurate. So we have a lot of that. We have Salesforce, we have like HubSpot and other smaller CRMs, right? Viva, all these guys. These guys realize that, okay, knowledge work, sales guys, Salesforce, all these things that already exist is going to be like a very big challenge to build something that replaces them directly with Claude codes or some other software. And even if they were to build something, they have to rebuild what Salesforce has already built, right? Which didn't make sense. Like, how many years do they have? How many engineers will they need to accomplish something like this? So they realize that, okay, we have to plug and play. And that's what they did with Claude, Cowork, and stuff like that, where they have some plugin into what is the Salesforce chats app, Slack, which allows you to have like a colleague, as in a virtual colleague, which is Claude, and you can tag Claude, and they call it, I think, Claude tag or something like that. They can tag Claude and assign work to it. And Salesforce, on the other hand, has built all the backend, so you don't really need to use the UI anymore. They have a not only the API, but they also have the what is it called again? The AI server protocol thing that that basically tells the AI what it can do and what it cannot do. So they have built all that stuff so that the AI can easily speak to Salesforce backend, right? So you give it Claude, or you give it like ChatGPT, or whatever, and it can easily, those agents can easily speak Salesforce language on the back end. So basically, as far as you know what you're doing, you can basically type in text into a chat box and your work will be done for you on the back end. And Salesforce has built all that and integrated it with the AI. Instead of letting this guy disrupt it, it has made it possible so that they stay sticky. They, like, instead of a newer incumbent coming, and again, this newer incumbent is not going to be Anthropic, right? It is going to be a smaller company that is going to build some sort of Salesforce and put Anthropic on top of it, right? They are basically going to reimagine it. So instead of letting a smaller startup come in and disrupt that, Salesforce has decided, okay, let me disrupt myself. Let me integrate with Anthropic already so that people don't need to migrate from me. The people will remain dependent on me. They'll still use my software. Maybe not in the same way as they were doing it before, but they will still have to rely on me on the back end, even if they are using Claude. So what happened next is that companies have to decide if they want to use these new features, going to pay an extra bill to, Anthropic and use all these AI features. But Salesforce will still get its revenue. That's the idea here, at least for now. I'm not saying, disruption is not going to happen, but these people are, Salesforce is kind of front running this disruption and trying to protect itself.
Which is a part of Salesforce, and now this combination is a way to gain something that's, it's 1 + 1 = 3, something that's bigger than the sum of its parts. And I think that's the right way to think about things.
Imagine being able to...
So that's about it.
And I work on our core product team at Salesforce. Today, I'm really excited to tell you about a new partnership that brings together the world's #1 CRM with the world's #1 AI. We're calling it ClaudeForce. Salesforce and Claude is so easy to set up. In just a few simple clicks, all your Salesforce data is connected, and you and Claude can go to work. Every Monday morning, sales leaders have to decide where to focus, which deals need their attention, and what can they do to move them forward. Salesforce and Claude connects signals across my pipeline. It brings the most important opportunities right to the top. Uh-oh, this deal hasn't moved in 2 weeks. My sponsor, the CFO.
Well, what do you see here? Like, you still see some sort of UI, right? It's just a different way of visualizing things. As someone who has worked at Salesforce before as a software engineer, I can tell you that Salesforce UI is super clunky, hard to use if you don't know, if you are looking at it for the first time. So I can see the value here where you use Claude to focus on exactly just what you need, not all the extra stuff that is in Salesforce. So yeah, I can see, people use this more. But again, I don't know if this is slightly bearish for, Salesforce, because its UI won't be as relevant, And in the future, let's say like 3 years or 5 years from now, if people forget how to use your UI, then there is this super dependency on Claude where they don't know how to use Salesforce. They don't know how to even they might know how to log in, but that's about it. They don't know where to click. They always have to come to Claude and ask for stuff. So in the long run, I don't know if that is good. Salesforce will continue selling seats, right? People are saying stuff like you have to sell outcome. They're already doing that on other services, but those seats, like the sales people seats, they will still have to sell that because one person can access Claude through their login, right? So that will still need to happen. But this super dependency on Claude is a little scary to me. If I were Salesforce, I'll build my own harness. which will be an independent app with an open source model, which will give customers exactly this.
Has gone quiet, and we're now at risk of missing our Q3 number. Salesforce and Claude can guide me how to win them back. It analyzes what is missing to advance the deal, and it reaches deep across Salesforce, Slack messages, and my email to find every angle. Then, it devises a detailed plan to re-engage the sponsor, the CFO. Salesforce and Claude summarizes a strategic plan in minutes that would normally take days, and puts it into a concise update of my next steps. Then it prepares a draft that I can fire off to the customer with a tailored proposal and updated pricing. This is only possible because Claude is connected to the logic and trusted business context of Salesforce. It automatically updates the record. And the best part is, I never had to leave my flow of work. Just think of all the possibilities and what you'll be able to do when you have the full power of Salesforce right inside Claude. Review your pipeline, build an account plan, see which deals are slipping and why, find new leads, do anything and everything you could do in Salesforce faster than ever. You now have your own AI Chief Revenue Officer, thanks to Claude's intelligence and the data, workflows, and trust of Salesforce. That's CloudForce.
Yeah, like I said, having this super dependency on another company is very risky. Having Claude, which is a completely different company, being the interface, the UI for your product. I understand it now, but again, these AI labs, they are spending so much money, they have to find a way to make revenue. And these Claude, especially Anthropic, they are kind of sneaky. They've done this to, what is this company's name? Figma before, where they were working with Figma and then they ended up building a copycat of Figma inside Claude. So we want to avoid this, and if you give them enough time, they can build this and migrate customers to their own product. This is very, 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 very dangerous. It's very dangerous. In the short term, it's great for Salesforce because it is making it look like, oh, it's doing deals and partnership. But in the long term, the way this is implemented, I don't like it. So, saying this, if the stock goes up like 50%, 60%, my position goes up that way, I might sell it just to reduce my, my downside and protect my downside.